Hello. So, first of all, hello, happy Friday, right? It's Friday. It's always good. But if you're in a different place of the world, happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today, just quick thing. It's going to be a short one because I just assume it's going to be. I was driving today to a comedy open mic, and it's funny because today I actually had a thought about the idea of like texting and driving. And today I saw you hear things, you see things all the time about like don't text and drive. 100% agree. You have to be careful about that. But I had this thought, and I'm sure other people have had this thought too. But it's like no texting and driving because it can be distracting. You're looking away from the road, and you can cause hurt to somebody else or yourself, and even worse than hurt, death. And like anything else, when you're driving, you gotta play offense and defense. You kind of have to just use your senses and look around, and it's okay to play music when you're driving. But if you notice that you tend to get a little carried away, and if music is going to take away from your hyperactive senses while on the road, maybe don't listen to music. I will definitely say if you're driving in the rain, don't listen to music, because you need to pay attention, especially in the rain. 100%. When it's raining and I'm like this, I'm not talking to anybody who's in the car. If I got somebody in the car, I'm not listening to music. I'm focused as much as I can. And even when it's not raining, I'm pretty much checking my mirrors over and over and over again. I can't just be like this. I gotta do that, right? Excuse me. So, but I'm bringing this up because I do agree you shouldn't be texting and driving. But then I saw this today, and I was like, isn't this just as bad? Does this in fact go against the idea of telling people don't text and drive? I saw this billboard today, and I live here in California, and you're not going to see it well because the way the webcam picks up the video, and I'm just too lazy to edit the video in it. I just want to record this and upload it, but you will get the idea of what I mean. This is a billboard for Godzilla and Kong. Look at that. It's huge and it lights up. It's huge. And it lights up like that. Boom, 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 right? So I'm sitting there going, do you not want me to look at that billboard? Because if I'm driving and I see that billboard, I'm like, whoa, look at all those lights, To me, doesn't that go against the whole idea about like don't texting and driving? So yeah, we're not supposed to text and drive. But man, there are billboards everywhere, and billboards are advertisements. And the point of advertisements is to get you to look at them, right? That's why they pay big money to put it on big billboards, and that's why they're always cycling to new advertisements because the time slot is done and then a new company comes in. That's why they put big money into a billboard like that. Let's add lights to it. So if you're adding lights, what are lights on the road, right? Lights are indicating stop, go, slow down, walk across the street, don't walk across the street, That's what the lights are on the road. But now they add lights to this billboard. So technically they want you to look at those lights. That's what lights mean. Lights are meant to, hey, look over here, pay attention, this is something important. So that billboard, it clearly, billboards are weird, it's like, okay, I'm looking at you, so if you got a billboard is that intense, that big, that in your face, then yeah, that goes against the whole don't text and driving, that kind of goes against the whole idea about the point of being in your car on the road. You need to be driving carefully and nicely, so if you're putting an advertisement that's as, who's that filmmaker? Laz Berman, the guy who did Elvis and a couple of those other movies. Gosh, I'm butchering his name. Laz, you know me. I like to make sure. Elvis movie. Who did it? Who did? Come on, someone tell me. Google, somebody. Baz Luhrmann. I completely mixed. Baz Luhrmann. This guy's movie's always like very flashy, you know, and that's what this billboard was. This billboard was flashy. So that doesn't really make sense to me. I think that's kind of like that's not right. I think kind of got to dim it down, you know. You know, the people are going to go to see the movie if they want to go see the movie. Having a billboard like that is going to probably cause more accidents than it is going to get people to go to see the movie. Now, maybe it won't cause any accidents. Now, that would be great. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's a horrible marketing scheme. No, that's a very cool marketing billboard. I think it's awesome. I think, you know, the people behind it definitely put a lot of work into it. Someone had to build that, right? And somebody had to come up with the design and get it approved. And I'm sure, hopefully, it was a fun process. Hopefully it was, in fact, a really cool team effort and a lot of people had a good time and got paid, okay? Everybody's got to work. But I just feel like, you know, billboards are just a very weird thing, you know? They're meant to be looked at. And you're driving, you're supposed to be paying attention to the road. So don't get me to look away from the road, okay? So, especially, I just thought that was mind-blowing, because that billboard is like, bam, 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 look at me, oh, okay, you know, so, just be careful out there when you're out the road, you know, when you're driving, and then this thing happened today, too, you know, because when I was at the comedy mic, a lot of comedians, they have past experiences with, like, you know, alcohol, and a lot of comedians tend to talk about it, I think that's great, you know, I don't think anybody should be like, oh, don't talk about your experience with, like, you know, any type of a problem that you had. I think it's awesome that they do. But that came into my mind today because I remember seeing an alcohol ad on TV. And I wish I can find it. I can't find it. I think maybe it was for Bud Light. I don't remember. But the ad was strictly just a text message phone screen of a text coming in and saying, hey, you want to meet up tonight? And the bubble comes in with a reply and says, yeah, let's meet up. Where are we meeting? And then they respond. And then one of the people responds with, and this whole thing is just a phone image of text bubbles coming in. That's the whole commercial. Okay. And one of the bubbles comes in and says, hey, can you pick up some beer or something? You know, stuff like that. Now, I forgot how the commercial really ended, but it was just funny to me because at the very ending of the commercial, it says, you know, don't drink and drive, okay? And I'm just like, that's so interesting, you know, they're advertising, it's all beer commercials, it's great that they do end up saying don't drink and drive at the ending of the beer commercial, okay? I think that's important, I do. But it's also a little bit what's that word? Counterintuitive. I'm not really well educated on the words, but I do know there's a term for that. It's weird to see a commercial advertising alcohol, and then it also says to don't drink and drive at the end. It's hard to kind of take that message. Oh, don't drink and drive. Great, but then you're advertising alcohol. So why say don't drink and drive? It's great that they do, because it's, at the end of the day, if you're going to advertise alcohol, yeah, slap on a little label that says don't drink and drive. I have nothing against that. It's just very interesting to see, just an observation, that's all it is. Again, my mind tends to observe things like this. You see a beer commercial and then it says don't drink and drive. You know, okay, well, isn't that weird? Like, it's a question. It's just a question for people, you know, like, don't drink and drive, but then again, you're advertising alcohol. You know, that's kind of hard. I just think it's a weird mix. I just feel like, you know, where are the ads that don't advertise alcohol, but just only advertise don't drink and driving? I see more ads regarding don't drink and driving that are affiliated with alcohol than ads that aren't affiliated. Actually, better saying like this. I see more ads, more commercials for don't drink and drive affiliated with commercials selling alcohol. So if you're going to advertise don't drink and drive, don't also advertise the selling of alcohol. I think it's great that they do add that in there. Yes, I'm not taking that away. But where are the ads that aren't also selling alcohol? You're kind of doing two things at once here. Hey, don't drink and drive, but, you know, buy our alcohol. You know, we still want you to drink our beer. But I think it would be cool if we saw ads that were just about don't drink and driving, and not also selling alcohol, not also advertising the consumption of purchasing alcohol. Because I feel like that also kind of takes away the whole, we want you to drink responsibly. I feel like, because at the end of the day, that commercial is being advertised to alcohol drinkers, beer drinkers. That's all that commercial's for. Someone who doesn't drink, is it going to see a beer commercial and go, you know what, I'm going to start drinking today because of that commercial? No. That commercial is going to be targeted to people who goes, I like Bud Light, that's my beer, or oh, Miller Lite, that's my beer. So those commercials are advertised to those people. And I just find it to be very, very interesting. So again, just another observation. I think that's very interesting to look at. I would like to see more commercials of just don't drink and drive and just leave it like that. Don't also sell me alcohol in the commercial about, you know what I mean? So of course you do. I hope I make sense here. I do. I really do hope. But I had a good night, and it was a lot of fun. And this stuff popped up into my head, and I just felt like it was important to talk about. I did. I feel like it was important to talk about, and I don't think I have anything else related to texting and driving, or don't drink drunk. Yeah, don't drink drunk. Don't drive drunk. And the billboards, But I think it was. I think it's been good. I think what I have conjured up here tonight at 11:53 p.m. on a Friday night. I think that's good. I feel good. I hope to get another good night rest, and I hope everybody also gets a good night rest too, because rest is needed. Definitely needed. Sleep. Gosh, I read online that a humidifier might be really good for your sleep because, your room can be too dry. And I look around and I go, oh man, there's dryness in this room. There's dog hair everywhere. I'm assuming that that helps contribute to the dryness, right? Dog hair, any hair I feel like is dry. So I guess the point is to maybe invest into a humidifier if you're having trouble with sinuses at nighttime. Humidifier. I wish I actually had one. Yeah, it's still here. I had this one. I got this from like a Bins and Deals, a little like a liquidation center. It was like $3 and it worked, but then I knocked it over and it broke, and it's one piece that's broken, but I haven't replaced it. I even looked on Amazon. It's like $5 for the piece. But then after I read yesterday that humidifiers could help with like your sleep, then I kind of now want to go and purchase that piece. And I'm going to leave it out here so I can use it as a memory. I wake up in the morning and go, oh yeah, the humidifier. Because this thing's been in the drawer. This thing's been in the drawer for months. That's probably why I forgot about it, But I'll leave it out here for memory, and I think that's good. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got tonight. Very, very happy to express those thoughts in my mind. Just want to let you know, my voice like this right now isn't gonna last like this forever. I'm still a little clogged up with my sinuses, so I kind of have this very interesting pitch going on. I guess that's the right word, pitch, right? We'll see. We'll see how a couple weeks go by. My voice is going to eventually change back to how it normally is. But I don't mind this. I'm able to still speak, and it's not stopping me from talking. So that's good. Can you imagine? I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be doing it if I couldn't speak. I sound like 20 years older. It's crazy. It's funny. I'll be talking to somebody who does not know me. And I'm just thinking inside my head, man, they just think this is my voice. I hope they don't think, they probably have nothing to compare it to because they haven't heard me, my normal voice. So, but I just walk away going, wow, they think that maybe this is my voice. Or they just think I'm very nasally. Maybe they do. Man, that guy was nasally, man. That guy's got to blow his nose. I do. I blow my nose as much as possible. I took a shower today. All I did in that shower was blow my nose. I never seen that much fluid texture come out constantly. I think I was in the shower for 20 minutes, and it was just nonstop. It was just going. Man, I can't wait for this to go away. But in the meantime, appreciate the voice. Don't appreciate it. Wrong choice of words. In the meantime, bear with me as I sound like this. But like I said, I don't hate it. And I'm sure a lot of people don't hate it either. It's new to me because, like, when my voice changes, this is my voice forever. But I love how this started off with talking about texting and driving, drinking and driving, billboards, and now I'm talking about my own possible insecurities regarding my voice. But that is enough. That is enough of that tonight. Awesome. Okay, cool. We'll stop recording now.